always, I'm Stephen Olateju. The topic on review today is financial trust in relationships. How deep can you trust your partner when it comes to issue of money?
I think I trust him to a very large extent.
Very large extent.
Okay. Exposing some things and all that, but sometimes we need to talk about things, how we want to spend money.
Okay.
What project are we looking at? So how should the money go?
I would say every wise man must actually trust their woman with money, because the woman built the home. So I trust my woman.
You know that this issue of money caused a lot of problems in some relationships. In some marriages, you have broken homes because they are not able to manage finances in such relationships. Now, who is more prone to actually cause issues when it comes to issue of money in relationship?
Okay, for me, I would say like doing the ratio of the men to the women.
Yes.
I think the women has a lot of ratio higher than the men, because
Okay.
we have some ladies that are money spenders. Like they love to buy people. Like I have a cousin that she used to say that her husband can never give her his ATM.
Okay.
Because I was there at a particular time and the husband already told her that okay, we just use some amount of money for the babies. I think she wanted to get food for the baby. So right there, my presence, she over withdrew and she was like, the max. Her husband will come and shout at the moment. So we have some women like that they go beyond the boundaries.
Okay.
Like, we ladies sometimes we could be materialistic. We want to wear what is in vogue. We want to look like Kim Kardashian and all that. And sometimes we overspend, not minding what is left.
Okay.
And a man is very logical. We are very emotional. When they say, especially Ashwebi now,
Okay.
when I can't count the number of Ashwebi I bought this year. And when you have your friends getting married and they say Ashwebi is this amount, Ashwebi is that amount, Ashwebi is this amount, and before you know it, you're already spending close to probably 100 on buying clothes and your husband is telling you that we still have rent to pay, we still have the children's school fees and all that. But I don't know, sometimes I think we women, we spend more.
Okay.
Than the men. It's not that we don't have men that spend a lot, but I think it's more on the women.
If you have a bad, if you have a partner that have a bad spending habit, so how will you be able to manage such a woman in your house?
Once you have actually signed the dotted line,
Okay.
there are things that is irreversible. Okay.
That is if you are married.
That is if you are married.
Right.
You can't do anything about it. That kind of woman, you don't need to give her your ATM. You go and withdraw and give her the money. Just give her whatever she wants, or let her bring her list and just look at what you can just take off from it. This is not necessary for now, my dear. And let her have a reason why that is not necessary for now. Because 3 things are important in marriage: money, communication, and sex. So you must not shy away from it. That okay, this thing is important, but not now.
Okay.
That is our need. So you must let her realize that we can't afford this for now.
In terms of having account, same account, single account with your partner, how feasible is that when it comes to issue of marriage, essentially marriage?
Okay. I'll say that with every marriage is peculiar to their own kind.
Okay.
No two marriage is likely to be the same.
Alright.
Maybe for me, I'll speak for myself. I think I can have a joint account with my husband. There's no need to do that.
Alright.
Okay, maybe for a particular purpose, we want to do this for the cause of this. But that doesn't mean that I will not have my own personal savings, because I have noticed that a lot of people try to hide how much they earn, not even how much they earn, how much they make from their spouses, because maybe they don't want their spouse to know they bought these things and all that. Doing so many things as such as that. So for me to have a clear, open mind, a clear conscience between myself and my spouse, he has the right to know how much I have in my own account, and if there's need for us to open a joint account towards a particular project. Not that we just have. I think for me, if you're having a joint account, it should be for a particular reason. So you know that okay, maybe you want to build a house, or you're just saving because of the towards your children's future, or maybe the school they want to go and all that. So it's a particular amount of money that you just spend.
There are things that stand as obstacle
Okay.
for having joint accounts. Example, when the man is not sincere with the spouse, over controlling.
Over controlling.
Yeah. There are people that you want to go and spend, you want to go and just kidding you as if you don't, you are not mature enough. So people then tend to separate their accounts on that basis that look, hold your money, I hold my money. Spending habits. Once the spending habit is poor, that you don't even think before you buy. You just see this thing is glittering, I just, my dear, I bought this, and okay, in my own sweat, okay, no problem. Ideally, as a couple, you should have a joint account. Okay, that's the ideal. The ideal thing. You should have a couple joint account, and where you can actually trust yourself. You know, trust is reliance of integrity. But when people has breached integrity, there tends to be suspicion and other things like that comes in the settings. And we must not actually forget the fact that the love of money is the root of all evil.
Okay.
All right, and the lack of it is the manifestation of all evil. There must be fund at home to avoid all evil manifestation at home.
When you have issues of money in relationship, not maybe once in a while with your partner, so how best do you think such an issue should be resolved?
I think for me, first thing is communication. Let's talk about this. What's the problem?
Okay.
If there's any fund problem, okay, maybe the other spouse lost his job.
Okay.
Then God, you have to open up. It's not as if you start faking that you're going to work and you're not going to work. Let's know, okay, how much you have in your account. Okay, what's the next thing to do? Let there be total communication and let everybody come clean. If you have any hidden money anywhere, I think it's the best time for you to come open so we'll know how much is on ground, so you can take some other step to know how you want to run the race.
Openness and communication is the key.
Okay.
If you are going, there are people there are spouses that hold debt and the other person is not aware of it. So once there are challenges like that, bring everything up. That look, I'm owing this person, I'm owing this person, so we can know how to actually rationalize things and just keep body and souls together and know how to just keep the home running. The other person must have extra injection of humility. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when it comes to money matter, there is every tendency that the other person may think AYZ and think just because I don't have, just because of. So you must have extra humility and be open. Okay? Let's carry other person along. Because those are the things that cause major issue. Because okay, you want to buy a car just because your wife is not working and you didn't need to inform her that this is what I want to do, just go ahead, and she will think otherwise. Okay? And even as a female, you want to buy a shoe. As a wife, you need to inform your husband. Alright? Because spending the time, if he is earning, there's no point. Just come on, but before you do another thing, at that moment, within that space of time, before things get back, so there should be this, the both of you should come together and make decisions on certain things.
Now, in the process, in the build up to your marriage, if you discover, for instance, that this person is not having the kind of spending habit I would want my partner to have, do you break up such relationship? Do you think that such relationship to go into the dustbin?
No, I'll say no.
Okay.
No, it depends. It depends on if the person is able to work. That's because we don't have a perfect person. There are some people that spend strict everything they see on the road they want to buy.
Alright.
But if you know that okay, I can work with this person, especially when two people are dating, they are not always alike. They complement each other.
Right.
I'm sure if one has a very high spending habit, I'm sure the other person has a low spending habit. So somebody has to be the saver.
Okay.
In both of them, so you can work it out that okay, why don't you buy this? Okay, consult me before you buy stuff.
Okay.
Let me be accountable to you, be accountable to me. So before you make any drastic decision, why don't you just inform your spouse to be, and you guys talk about it. Not just go ahead of yourself. You know, when you are no longer single, that you can just wake up in the morning and tell yourself I want to buy a car. nobody's going to ask you any question. But imagine that you know they're going to spend the rest of their life with this person. You should learn to be accountable to that person. So by the time you guys get into the marriage couple, there won't be any problem. So by the time you buy the car, you've already told her about it or whatever thing you want to buy and all that. I remember there was a particular time I used to buy shoes a lot. Like any shoe I see, I buy like that. So after a while, my husband was telling me that small.
Calm down. There's no.
Small. Do you understand? You don't have to buy it that way. And you know, communication is very important. And the way you relate with your spouse as regard that is very important. The way you say it, not just make it very, very rash and the person be like, I see your money, okay, and all that. And for me, I wanted to say that if the reason why I would agree to a joint account with my spouse is for a particular project. If there is nothing we want to use the money for, I think I will not do it.
You will not do it.
I will not do it because after a while, you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Because if there is a purpose, that means you won't spend the money. A joint account, anytime we want to spend out of the money, it has to be your own and agreement.
Yes.
Okay, today we want to go and withdraw. In fact, if there's a check, both of us has to sign together.
Yes.
Because I heard the story of it, my friend of mine, they were saving towards a particular project. And behind her back, the husband went to withdraw the money for a project. He didn't tell the wife. At the end of the day, I think the project failed. So it was back to square one for them. So I think for me, if I'm going to run a joint account, it's for a particular reason. And if the project has been executed, except there's another project we want to do, I think everybody should hold on to that one.
Majority of people play games during courtship.
Okay.
Because it's at the courtship level that you get to know each
Yes, you
other.
are dealing with. Okay.
Can I trust this person? Can I not trust this person? And as a matter of fact, if I'm to say, okay, pertain to myself, she's more prudent than me.
Okay. Yourself now.
Yeah,
okay.
myself.
Okay.
She's more prudent than me.
Okay.
So that's why I say I trust her in to buy this and things like that.
Okay.
But the system is this. One of the ways we actually model or try to pattern our family towards is from my own earning, we take care of the basic things at home.
Okay.
House rent, NEPA bills, school fees and things like that. Why our own fund will be the family savings,
Okay.
saving for the rainy day.
Okay.
So she needs something, as a man, I should provide from my own. Why our own money is going for the savings, that is for the family savings. There may be unexpected, unforeseen projects, unexpected things. So we have something we can dip our hands onto and bring something out from it.
Most times you get to marry somebody that probably you guys were in school together.
Okay.
And by the time you guys get a job, and the lady is fortunate to get a job where they are paying her 150, and the wife is the one getting, the husband is the one getting paid of 80K. What do you do at that instance? There is nothing you want to
In fact,
do.
the percentage of whom that the woman are breadwinner is high.
It's high. Let me say something. I think for me, what makes you demand does not matter how much you earn. I think the problem with men is the money they bring to the table. No. What makes you demand is not by the size of the, what's the word now? It's not how much
The
you have in
amounts.
your account.
Right.
You are the head, you are the head. A lot of men feel inferior or they feel threatened when they see that their husband, their wife is earning more. I have a scenario that the wife is driving a Prado Jeep and the husband is driving a Sienna. And the husband would say that I can never drive my wife's car. Thank God I'm a woman. If I was a man and my husband and my wife is earning more, she's bearing my surname. Who cares? Whether she's the one earning 1 million naira, she's still bearing my surname. I would flange up on the fact that she's being married to me, so I don't care. So far, every of the money is still coming back home, and you're still bringing this money back home. So, in fact, I would bless you more. Go and earn more.
Go and prosper.
It's not as if I would
But
not
that's
make. I won't try and work hard. I won't say because my husband, my wife is earning more, then as a man I should now relent. No, of course not.
What advice can you give to your fellow women out there that might be having this kind of challenges?
I think for me, first of all, every woman has to be financially stable. You do not have to rely totally on your husband.
Okay.
Get something to, no matter how small, even if it's in your house. At least it's not all the time that you have to ask your husband for money. And sometimes these men, they don't have all the money. They're not doing everything. They're running around for the school fees, the rent, and all that. Make sure you yourself have a little little or something you are contributing to the table and all that. And if your husband is trusting you with his finances, please let every woman be, what's the word now? Be prudent enough. Let your integrity stand for you at that particular time. It is not all men that will actually give, it's not all men that give their husband the account statements.
Okay.
And if you have a husband who is loving enough to show you how much he has in his bank account, I think you should respect that.
Okay.
And you should not take it for granted.
My advice to them is that let every man get other source of income, no matter how comfortable you are. Get another stream of income so you can have a pool from which you can draw and draw and draw and draw. Because when you're alone, you eat, you dine, you pay your house rent and get new gadgets, bringing in another person with you, that's your wife, that's another income, another expenses rather. The children is adding more load to it. So what you are doing presently may not sustain the load that is coming. So you must have another stream of income. Even if it's just something I would call just common business, just have another stream of income that at least constantly the money flows in, so there will not be friction at all. Once there's no friction at all, believe in me,
So the challenges will be drastically reduced. Thank you very much for watching this edition of Insight Review. I hope to come away very soon. Bye.